Not yet. Not till we know.
No, not until you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Did you see Ed Hardy beat a dude in jiu-jitsu?
I did. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, he was intense.
Dude is tough. Oh, there's the problem. We're on the wrong Wi-Fi.
Every time he shares it from the Podbless page.
He's like, oh, man.
And not from his own homepage.
I've done it
Yes.
too. Don't worry. Happens to the worst of us.
I was waiting for that.
I like.
All right,
Yeah.
copy the link.
Man, that song is stuck in my
It's a
head.
good song to get stuck, man.
I would disagree.
It's an earworm. How about that?
Yeah, that's
Okay. All right. There we go.
Is that on a commercial?
Earworm?
Dustin
Oh,
Hammond?
it is on a commercial. Yeah.
Dustin says,
Cooper,
"Is it me?
like, dances to that.
Am I the special guest? No. Sorry.
Step one.
No, we never announced you that way, Dustin. Sorry. We
Where's-
should have.
Where's Clay?
Oh, don't worry. He'll be here.
He's like, wait, it's not 9:30. What are you guys
Yeah.
doing?
You're early.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Janae.
Thank you. I'm going to do a boomerang.
A what?
It's a boomerang where it does this. It just goes back and forth in that little picture. And I'm going to share it to our Instagram. So all of our
Like a boomerang.
tens of 12s of followers on Instagram
like a boomerang. He goes
I
back
get
and
it.
forth.
You
wow.
get it? It's like a boomerang. I get it. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah.
Golly.
I
just
see
keeps
you.
coming back.
I see you. It's
like
all
Joey.
coming back.
That's Joey's
to
new
me.
nickname, Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Because we keep trying to get rid of him and he keeps coming back.
It's either that or stray, right?
Yeah.
One of the two.
And then you can click tap the link. I make a fun little Instagram thingy for it.
I do love your pre-game slides or memes that you make.
You know,
They're wonderful.
they're weak sauce, but they are good.
I like them. I like them.
Because I'm just being a hack when I do it. But oh wait, I wanted to share from the other one. What did I share to the other one? So I did it from the wrong. That's a weird.
We're old men, Jenna. Leave us alone.
Yeah, right. Like this stuff didn't exist when we were teenagers. Okay.
When
the
I was
best
your
we had-
age, we were outside playing ball in the yard.
I had a Nokia phone that you could commit genocide with.
Right?
Like it was just a brick. It was indestructible.
Exactly.
And I would have 14 different face coverings for it.
Yeah. Oh, and remember when the Razor was like the iPhone?
Yeah.
Dude,
When the
tell us
Motorola
that.
Razor was
Oh,
the
yeah,
coolest
yeah.
phone anybody could have had.
So check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
The
have
first
one.
one I had lasted like a week and a half, and I flipped it open, and the top just fell to the ground.
Oh.
Well, this sucks.
I was like, the best part is it happened right in front of my mom. Because she was like, do not break this phone when she first gave it to me.
And
then
then
a
you
couple weeks
proceeded to
later,
immediately.
She was like, hey, I lost my phone. Call me. I was like, yeah, you got it, Mom. And I flipped it open. The top fell. I just looked at it. I was like, I don't think it's going to work.
I tried. You didn't
Call-
answer.
Hey, I got a busy signal, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Dustin says keep him in our prayers. He's going to have one more surgery. Dustin Hammond.
Oh, back home?
Yep.
Yeah, he was pretty banged up the last time we talked to him on here.
Mhm. Yep. You got it, Dustin.
You-
Jenna or Rosemary said Snake Game was the game to beat. She's right. The original
dude.
Snake, not Snake
Yeah.
2. I want the Snake 2 was okay.
There's a Snake 2?
Yeah.
You didn't have to
Yeah.
improve it. It was perfect the first time.
Right.
Graphics upgrade. Instead of just blocks, it was actually like it looked
It looked
kind
like
of
a
like
snake?
no, kind of like a
Kind
snake.
of like a snake.
Definitely still not a snake.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That has to be the all-time best phone game ever. Like, right?
It's got to be, right? It's like the PlayStation 2 of because PlayStation 2 is the greatest console ever made, right?
Statistically, yes.
Yeah. Do you disagree?
No,
ethically?
seriously,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's it.
No, it is like the most
And
highest sold, right?
actually, I think now the Nintendo Switch has outsold it.
Did it? Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
The Switch is fun, but
Oh, the
it's
Switch
not,
is great.
It's not
but-
PlayStation 2.
Oh, the PS2.
It's only because the only reason the Switch has done that is because of the versatility of the
Mhm.
Yeah.
thing. Because you can
It's a
take it
Game
out
Boy
yeah.
and
Exactly.
Yeah,
right. You
that
can
is
take
very
it
cool.
in and out of the home and no big deal. Like who who cares?
I saw you catch that one.
Yeah.
You're if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we got a button for
yeah,
it.
yeah, I got a button for that. So we'll go in post. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Everybody who's listening to live, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A few, Rosemary knows what's going on. She,
Yeah, you're
she
fine.
listens.
You're
This
fine.
episode's the NSFW.
3 seconds.
Yeah,
2,
Podbless.
1.
Here we
There we
go.
Hello, and welcome to the Podbless podcast with 3 dads who are involved in church ministry where one is a full-time minister, the other is a volunteer, and one is a veteran of both.
This podcast will deal with the interaction between our faith and our day-to-day lives.
With a few fun segments in between.
I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Brett.
And this is Podbless. Yeah, it is. What's
Hey.
up?
Brett, you look way too relaxed. I think you're on a sugar crash right now.
He's got 2 Diet Cokes.
Sugar.
He is ready for it.
Sugar.
I walked into group today, and it's like 6:30, and he is already drinking a Ghost. And I was like, Brett, starting early tonight? So
Those
you can
things,
get...
they're the best.
They are so good.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Have you tried them?
Yeah.
I've got one over there if you want. They have actual flavors. They've got the
Bro, Sour Patch
Dude,
energy drinks.
Is that blue raspberry?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a blue ras. I've got the red one too.
I love that you don't have enough time to say raspberry.
It's all
You
on
have to
your
say
brain,
blue
dude.
ras.
You know,
Floyd,
Like it doesn't give you the shakes. It gives your brain
No.
hummingbirds.
I drank...
I don't know if
yeah,
I like that idea.
It's-
I drank this much of a can and had to stop.
Yeah.
And I drink I love Red Bull. I drink it all the time.
Really?
But I drank that much of a can and I had to
it's
quit.
more of the focus that gets you. It's not like the energy, but it's
Yeah.
like you can focus on the conversation.
Liquid Adderall.
It's like made for gaming.
It is
makes
awesome.
it hits your brain more
It's
than
made
It's got
for
little
awesome.
science bits on the back here.
Oh,
Let's-
they're
let's-
fake.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They've got to be
They're
fake.
so fake. Read those out loud.
Legendary energy, epic focus,
Yeah.
0 sugars, and no artificial colors.
Oh, they used to say something about
Yeah,
like
it's
brain
clear.
chemistry. Does it still say that?
It just says epic focus.
Oh, it used to say like one of the chemicals in it that's like supposed to increase your brain activity. They must have had to take that
Ooh,
off
it's
for legal
vegan-friendly,
purposes.
gang.
What does that even
Oh,
mean?
that's why I drink it.
Ooh, gluten-free, soy-free, and sugar-free.
Soy free. There you go, Seth.
Wait, is he Seth soy free?
He hates soy. He thinks it's like the downfall of America, which he might be right. Ask him about it. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. Chris Jackson is with us. That means we can continue.
Oh, now we can get
Isn't that
started.
how that? I've been waiting for you, Chris.
You know what really ticks me off
What grinds your gears?
is when one of your good friends texts you, and let's say when you're doing a podcast,
Yeah.
and he doesn't even have the common courtesy to spell your name right.
How bad did he spell it wrong?
He spelled it with 1 T, and he knows. He
Oh.
knows.
He's been around long enough to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he does.
It's Brett
One-
with 2 T's.
One T, and he added like 2 other letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most Bretts are 2 T's, right?
Yeah,
No.
generally.
I've never met a single T Brett. I don't think
They're
I
kinda
want to know
weird.
that guy. Yeah.
I don't know what I just did there. But
You all right?
I've always said that Brett needs more T. Testosterone.
I
Very
know it.
dainty.
Man. We're on fire right now.
No, they were trying to fight each other before the show.
Yeah, I was very confused. Like,
It was friendly banter.
I mean,
but
no,
like-
it's
friendly fight.
cool. You know, you want to beat up your buddy, you want to beat up your buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here for it.
Oh,
You get
by
it.
the way, welcome
yeah.
to Pod Bless,
Hey.
and we have a surprise guest, Shorty Hoffman
Hey.
from the Inner Idiot podcast, and from what was the other one called? Your other
Oh,
podcast?
Dimwits and Dummies.
Dimwits and Dummies. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's no longer a thing.
You know, you can always make a new one.
Yeah, sure. We can always
Oh, I missed the call.
get on there and talk about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm here for it.
But if
or
you
that
remember,
satanic
Phil.
game from the 70s.
but after there was a while back, we had Tyler Havlin on, who's his co-host with him, and tonight he was available, so we snagged him. So Shorty's with us tonight. Thanks for coming, Shorty.
Hey. Last minute split decisions. That's what I
Hey.
do.
That's how things go best. That's my favorite traveling times. Last minute. It's not now that I got kids, but back in the day, if somebody would call me up like, "Hey, let's drive 5 hours somewhere," I'm like,
My favorite thing is to wake up to it. Like, my friends
Mm.
just show up to my house and just wake me up. They're like, Shorty, we're going on an adventure. I'm like,
"We're gonna go hurt somebody, and you can't ask why.
Yeah.
all right,
I'm in.
Whose
Yeah.
car are we taking?
Who's driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Whose car has gas in it is the real question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
All
We
right.
can stop for gas.
You guys, Phil, I have to take a phone call. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Really?
You got
All right.
this. I'll
Well,
be back.
We'll not start a segment because you control the board.
Can you connect your phone so we can hear your conversation? We'll talk about your conversation.
Reminded me of that.
Dang it.
Oh, I missed it. No, dang it.
Oh, what a bummer, dude.
But thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, no problem, bud. It's good to be here. Last minute, like remembering that I had off tonight
Yeah.
at work. It's like, oh, you got vacation tonight. I'm like, I do? Why? No idea what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, go out there and check it out if you're looking for another podcast. Do some cross-platform advertising here. But they've been doing their show for quite a while now, and it's a pretty good
We're
time.
about to hit our 2-year mark.
Our 2-year mark.
Yep.
I think we already... Have we hit our 2-year?
I don't know.
It's close to it. I know we're getting ready to hit 100 episodes in November.
We're on
November
episode
5th?
1. I think 118 just dropped today, actually.
Hmm.
Let me see here. Hold on. I can pull this up real quick.
Yeah, it's a fun show to catch. Go out there and catch it at Inner Idiots.
It's not appropriate for the church ears.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and say that now.
Yeah, they got a few spicy words that they like to use here and there.
It's real hot and heavy.
But it's funny.
I was thinking about seriously, like, man, I shouldn't be wearing a shirt for this.
And for those of you that are confused, he doesn't wear a shirt on his show. He doesn't normally wear a shirt in general.
No.
So on his show, he doesn't wear a shirt as well. But yeah,
it's very uncomfortable right now.
I feel very itchy.
Dude, I do that all the time. Like, if I'm sitting here and just start pulling at it, it's because I'm not used to it.
See, I do that just because I'm fat, though, and I'm just like trying to get rid of the clean around the gut.
It's too much. I can't tolerate it.
It's like wearing wool all the time.
It's like wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a suit, like a suit. Like, who likes to wear a suit?
Right.
Wear a suit.
If I have a reason to put on a suit, I will put on a suit like that.
He doesn't want to wear a shirt, but he'll put on the suit.
Yeah. Listen, you got to dress to impress, all right? The only two ways I could do that is without my shirt or with a suit.
Dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
A professional.
You're right.
I'm either professional or in the adult industry.
Now, wait. I just read the comment here. Chris Jackson said people misspell his name all the time, but he spells his name Chris with a K. So I could understand that.
Yeah.
Like
That would be more common than the QTs.
Yeah, you should very well expect people not to know your name spelled with a K.
But not if they're looking at it. Do they think like, oh, they misspelled it on the sheet or whatever? You know what I mean?
Let me change your social security card because you clearly got this wrong.
Yeah.
White out. Is the chat still live?
Probably.
I don't know. It's usually pretty bumping. We have a pretty active chat log.
Well, right now there's only 6 people viewing it.
Yeah, it grows.
It goes.
Usually when my segment starts, it really pops off, and that's when everybody gets excited.
You're the popular one, right? Is that right?
I don't know about all that. I mean, like 98% of the people that view our show are from Inez.
Yeah, we were looking at the stats on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, look, we can look at our statistics on Facebook here. And it was like 90-some% from Inez, Kentucky.
Where the heck is that?
That's where I'm from.
Oh, we just missed Joss.
Literally everybody in the town watches the show.
Yeah, that's the full population.
It's the population of 14 people. It's 17 if you count the 3 dogs.
They don't have Facebook, though. They have accounts made for them, but they don't officially.
They took it away from them for all the inappropriate.
It got pretty rough. Man, I wish Joey was here to start a segment. That was a good good lead way into a horrible joke right there.
I don't need music.
Holy crap.
We can talk about mine. Or should we wait for Joey?
Yep, old Inez. I can go over there and hit your music if you want.
We don't need to do that.
You don't need to do that.
No.
Well, I mean, it's just right there.
We're still early.
Yeah, that's true. We still have time to hang around.
Oh, nope, it's 9:30. It's time to get started.
All right. It's time to get to business.
Right? I mean, I have a fun one, but it involves him too. So it's going to take a little while. Oh, let me put this out there. For those of you viewing.
Viewing.
What was in that again? Okay.
Hyper-focus.
Yeah, right? So those of you viewing and are going to hang around for when my segment comes around, get yourself a pen and paper or pencil and paper. I want you to have something ready so that you can write down your list of things, because I'm going to give out a list at my segment, and I want you to be able to write down and guess along with us the quiz that I have planned out for us. So just go ahead and have that on the ready so that when my segment comes up, you are on the ready. Have a piece of paper. Doesn't have to be huge. You're just going to list 10 things, and you want to write out each 10 things. So get you a pencil, get you a pen, get some paper, or just type it in your notes on your phone, whatever you want to do. But just have that on the ready for when my stuff comes around. That way you can be involved. And you can post your pictures to the lives, or not the live. You could post it to the Facebook page. Yeah.
Stuff.
Get involved, people. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
We need more engagement.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bummed out that you guys talked about comic books a few weeks ago. I was a little bummed out I missed that one. Specifically the movies and stuff, because I have a lot of issues with that.
All right, guys, keep it clean. He's back.
Oh, sorry.
Man, I got sweating. We were cussing so much.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. Y'all want to do a segment or something?
What do you want to do first? You want to do yours first, Brett?
We can, because mine's going to be fun, I think.
Okay. And then I'll give people time to find
You're
going to
go first?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, hold on. All right. Well, I only have Chef Brett up
Do
here
it.
for you.
You don't have the other one?
You want Chef Brett?
Yeah, I'm cooking tonight.
Okay, he's cooking.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your bellies for Chef Brady.
Normally, I cook something for them, and
Yeah, we ate
They eat
Kool-Aid
it.
pickles a few weeks back.
Not as bad as it sounds.
It was horrible.
they were pretty bad.
No, I think
I
the
don't even
Coke,
like pickles.
Coke and creamer was worse.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
rather
That's
have the
good.
Kool-Aid pickle.
That was good.
Coke and creamer.
Like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola with like French vanilla coffee creamer.
It tastes like a milk.
We got a Coke.
It's
You
not
got some
good.
creamer?
We probably
try
do.
this right
it's
now.
not good. It's not good.
I'll try this right now.
As the Spanish say, no bueno.
Dude, I snorted Tabasco sauce like 3 days ago.
Oh,
yeah.
I watched that
How
video.
did that feel?
Living hell.
Yeah, I mean, like that had to hurt, right?
Well, see, ironically, like it hurt more than just about anything else I've snorted. It's which sounds terrible.
That's
but-
a sentence and a half right
Yeah.
there.
But like it really did clean out my sinuses.
Really?
For the whole day.
Did it hurt your eyes?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Were you
so
like-
that's what I'd be afraid of.
Were you like snotting on yourself though, like
No.
for the day?
I mean, just for like the initial, like right there in the video, you
Yeah.
see me blow my nose. That was like it. Like that was all the phlegm inside
Huh.
my nasal cavity just gone.
So you would suggest it?
yeah, if you need to get cleaned up or something
Yeah.
like that, and you're just really
Sinus
stuffed up,
infection.
dude, just
Hmm.
hug up,
Yeah.
up, a drop or two of Tabasco sauce and
Just do it.
Good.
You
know?
should have been here when we did the hot chip challenge.
When we did,
No.
it, Josh got that in his nasals and all over his
There's a
eyes.
new one.
And yeah, we're gonna do that,
What?
right?
I'm not. You guys are.
Brad said he was in.
It turns your mouth blue.
Oh,
that
I did.
bad?
I saw a video about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, where the guy tricked his buddy into doing it,
Yeah.
and he had
He's a regular
he just-
tortilla chip.
He ate the
What?
regular chip and just watched him die, and he's like,
That
I had a gluten-free chip.
that should be illegal.
Well,
that
he
should
had,
be
pulled
illegal.
he had pulled a prank on him before, and then anyway, Brett, your segment
Hey,
started.
Brett, go ahead.
Yeah. So the wife and I have been watching docu-series, I guess is what you call
Oh,
it.
here they go
Those
again.
fake
Yeah.
documentaries.
Yeah. About this Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
You guys
There's
converted?
no quotations. It's an actual.
It's a
church.
legit
I
church.
know, I just have trouble calling it a church. Like I don't
I'm
know.
looking up the legal definition for a church.
I don't know. I don't know why I have trouble with it being a church.
Because it's a cult. That's why.
So
I have the answer. It's a cult.
Josh, pick me.
That's- yeah.
Pick me.
I took a class on that in college.
Would you like to know the formal
sure,
definition
let's
of a
hear it.
church?
Let's hear it.
According to whatever this website is.
Legal Zoom.
Yeah, it is legal Zoom. Wow. A recognized creed and form of worship, established place of worship, or regular congregation and regular religious services, and an organization of ordained ministers.
I'm really mad at myself that I can't think of one Creed song at the moment to start singing.
Can
arms
you
wide
take me higher? Is that better?
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
With Arms Wide Open was the second one I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
go to. I was a big
With
Creed fan.
arms wide open.
Yeah.
You
So-
too, right?
Big Creed fan,
Dude,
dude.
me too.
Oh,
I am too. Yeah.
It's my guilty pleasure music.
I used to put my headphones in under my earmuffs and push mow the grass. My dad would be like, "Go cut the grass." I'd be like, "All right." I put Creed on. I'd just be rocking out
You
there.
gotta get-
I know the deep cuts of Creed.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I became a fan ironically.
Yeah, yeah. My sacrifice. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
you're
ahead,
good.
Brett.
Scientology.
Scientology. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You're good.
Yeah,
Scientology.
I think we're going to come up with a plan to overthrow it.
Okay.
So that's what
So
I wanted to do.
do you want to
tonight.
take over and make the money, or do you want it to just be
I don't-
gone?
No, I just kind of wanted it to be gone because they
Okay.
do some pretty bad stuff.
I'm not here for that. I'm here to make money, bro.
So what did you learn through these documentaries that like freaked you out?
Just the amount of like abuse, really.
Like
Like-
physical abuse?
Yes.
Oh.
So
A lot
so
of physical
like,
and mental.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the leader of Scientology,
I know this much. Yeah.
His name's David Miscavige.
Okay.
Miscavige.
Okay.
He like all the like the higher up.
Is he related to Randy McSavage?
Miscavige.
Wonder Years? Is
Yeah,
that
brother.
right?
Oh my god.
I'm
No,
sorry. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
So like the higher ups of the organization,
Mhm.
Yeah.
if they even like looked at this guy wrong, he would send them to a place called the Hole, and it was just a building, and it was like 2 trailers back to back,
Mm.
and like they had to like get on their hands and knees and like and confess their
Sin.
sins, and they weren't allowed out.
What
like
if
for like a year and a half, this guy was in there.
Oh, wow.
And he decided if they did something wrong, not if they actually did something
Exactly.
wrong. Ooh.
So like this guy was what?
How's that legal?
They don't do anything with the cops. Everything's done in house. So if you had an issue with me, say I don't know, say I committed a crime, like I don't know, say I assaulted you.
You smeared your own feces on his front door.
Yeah.
Yeah. How could you?
You wouldn't go to the cops. You would go to your church to report the crimes, and then the church would then handle it.
That's legal?
That's what
It's
they
not.
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Wait, it's only legal if everyone is cool with it.
do. Right.
Yes.
So like if you decide to
And-
accept the
and
punishment,
they
then
kind
it's
of
legal.
they kind of like brainwash you to
Yeah.
think that that's normal to go to your
Sure.
Huh.
church, and then they have this thing called auditing, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
usually
like,
do it
like
with
taxes.
they usually do it with kids, and it's like part of a lie detector test, really.
Mhm.
And the kids are like the auditors.
Leah said, define legal.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Exactly.
that's where they live, in that gray area.
The kids are the auditors, and so like there's guys that are like confessing to like heinous like molestation, and talking to a kid about it.
Why are the kids auditors?
What?
Because they're trained, like they're 15-year-old kids, and they train them to be the auditors.
Hmm.
So they had then they, it's crazy.
So
man.
then they report
it's-
it to the police, right?
No, they report
So
it to the
that's-
church.
that's literally illegal.
They get you.
So
in
that
two
is
ways.
illegal.
Yeah. They get you in two ways. So not only are you committing these crimes against these kids, and then they convince you that it's not really a crime. Maybe they shouldn't have put you in that situation. But also they record
But
all.
officer,
They
did you see what they were wearing? Like that's their legal defense.
they
really?
record all of these
I'm not going
audits.
to make my jokes. I'm going to keep my jokes to myself.
You're
They
being good.
they record all these audits. So then, if you try to leave the church, they're like,
Oh.
Like,
well, remember when you confessed? And that's what they call it, a confession, because I think that's how they get by the legal aspect. They call it a confession because you can't report confession.
I'm not sure that's like
That-
if you confess to murder to a Catholic priest or
They don't-
like
they're
I think
not
they.
allowed.
I'm not sure that's. Are you sure that's
It doesn't
true?
Yeah.
hold up in court. Yeah,
So if you went and confessed to child molestation to a priest
Right.
in a confessional booth,
right.
they are not allowed to go tell anybody.
Exactly.
That seems messed up.
Yeah. Leah Remini. She was the one on King
Yes.
of Queens.
Yes.
She
that's
was
what
a-
Oh,
she
that's
was
my
a-
Uncle Clint. Yeah.
Yeah, he was letting you know that. But like, she did a segment on Joe Rogan's podcast, and she's on several different things. But she was the female lead in King of Queens,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
and her mom raised her in the Church of Scientology,
Yep.
and she like broke her way out. And everybody's just like, "Oh, she's crazy." I was like, "Yeah, for a reason."
Yeah.
Like,
That's what
She's
happens.
she's running the documentary. Like
Mhm.
she's the one
Yeah.
trying to expose the church a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
So then they would look at this documentary and be like, "No, of course it's not true. She hates us. She
Yeah,
has
they have-
malicious intent."
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
an explanation for everything that she says, a counter argument. Like the church doesn't agree with that. Like
Mhm.
it's nuts, man. If you just watched it and you're like, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, my main subject that I like to bring up when it comes to Scientology, the religion was created and started by the man who has been known in the Guinness World Book of Records to have written the most
Science
science
fiction.
fiction
Yeah.
known to man.
His name's Ron L. Hubbard.
I knew that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has literally written the most science fiction ever by one person, and he created the religion.
Yeah, it's like basically one of his books that
Mhm.
he thought, oh man, I can. And he even says, and like I don't know if it's like an autobiography or where they got this information, but he's like, I need to make money. I should start a religion.
Wasn't he born in
That's
like the
like exact words.
Wasn't he born in like the 1940s
wow.
or something? He's not
Yeah.
that old either.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple guys who went missing, like 10 or so years ago, who were like really high up in the Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
And they went missing because they were like, nobody actually believes this crap. And they were like, excuse us? And they're like, yeah, nobody believes it. And like those guys vanished.
Are
Yeah.
we in trouble? Are we in danger talking
Well,
about this?
so they
No, we are not.
We're
But
not.
They were
Yeah.
a part of the church. They were collecting money from the church.
Yeah.
And they were like high up, like leaders in the
and
church.
they just poofed.
And they said accidentally slipped up in an interview or some junk like that. And they were like, yeah, nobody actually believes this crap. It's all for money. And like, then like a few weeks later, those guys couldn't be found. I'm dead serious. There was like
Turn
10 or
on
so-
Noah's conspiracy music here. Hold
Yeah.
on a second.
they have a policy within. They say they don't have it, but that's what everybody says.
Right.
It's called fair gaming, and so like if you come out and say something negative about the church and you're a former churchgoer,
Yeah.
then they can fair game you, which is like they'll take you to the media, they'll drag your name through the mud in the
Yep.
media, they'll
And they call it fair game?
they'll hire private investigators to follow you around.
What?
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's nuts.
Lafayette Ronald Hubbard. He did good just using the L from that name.
Yeah.
Born in 1911, Josh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was a little off.
You're fine. Died in
40 years.
86. Founded the Church of Scientology. Authored Dianetics,
Mhm.
the modern science of mental health.
That's like the basic, like the beginning of Scientology. is
Yeah,
that
you
book.
go in and take a
Okay.
personality test, and they determine whether you're depressed and need the religion itself.
What if you're not depressed? They just tell you you don't need
No, no,
it.
no. It's the way the test is written is designed to tell that everyone is depressed
Ah.
and they need the religion.
Okay.
Because
That
I
makes
don't know,
sense.
I don't know how much you guys do on personality tests or anything like that, or how often you guys go to therapy. But like, there's it's a very unique way to write a quiz to see like how, like, if you're actually depressed or if you're like just going through a dry spell of
Yeah.
whatever.
Like what is sad and then what is depressed.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it goes into real depth or whatever, but the way they word a lot of it flips a lot of meanings.
Hmm.
So like you hear a question and you answer it, they're like, it could be taken as like, oh, that's a happy answer. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
so yeah.
So
Dude.
like they have basically a script on to flip everything you say into being depressed.
And it always ends up
Yes.
with
Yes.
you need this religion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and also you need to pay us to have this religion.
Well, they
right?
were like, if you want to take classes on to get better,
Yeah.
instead of going to therapy, $250 for,
Yeah.
a session, 10 sessions, you can spend $250 for one book and it'll teach you how to be happy again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And that's how they get people in.
Yeah, and
So they gaslight people into
Yes.
depression?
Yep.
It's
So, like-
exactly
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Wow. all
so
right.
like to move up the hierarchy of the religion, like to get I don't know what is equivalent to like our religion,
like a bishop or something, like
or-
like a deacon,
or like to get further involved in the church, like they have
Yeah.
levels.
like to be on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have levels, and you have to pay for each level. So
Huh.
like the highest one, I forget what they call it.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but like you have to. It comes out to like $250,000
Yeah, you have to invest
over
money in it.
time.
He is on the highest level in those.
Will
F-18s.
Smith's a Scientologist as well.
Oh,
Is
I
he
didn't-
Really?
No.
That made me sad.
Are you? Hold on.
John
Just look up
Travolta?
famous people. John Travolta is a big Scientologist.
Yeah, I knew Travolta was.
Wow. I
They-
don't know if Oprah is, but I was thinking she's on there somewhere.
They-
She probably is.
They use that to their they use that hardcore to their
Tom Cruise, obviously. Everyone
he
knows.
was the highest rank one. Tom Cruise.
Elizabeth
oh,
Moss. I don't know
she's
who
in
that
the
is.
she's in the show Handmaid's Tale.
Christy Alley.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
She's nuts.
John Travolta.
Yeah, I knew that.
He needs to shave in that picture.
No.
No!
Laura
I'm so
Pepperoni.
sad.
People online can't see what we're seeing.
Sorry,
Oh.
we all just.
So
it's Donna
It's
from
Donna.
that 70 show.
and that makes sense because so is Danny Masterson's a pretty big Scientologist.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Jason
Jason
Lee.
Lee.
He's in
dang
trouble.
it.
Yeah, he is.
Dang it, we're just all getting.
Beck, not Beck.
He's out. He got out. He got
Oh,
out.
good. Thank goodness. Man, he's pretty funny.
He is funny. He's dead. We get it,
What
Seth.
is
You're
happening
leaving.
outside?
Seth is leaving.
Somebody's happy.
Oh, yeah, revving their engine up
I,
outside.
I'm starting to not know who some of these people are.
You didn't
Wait,
Lisa Marie Presley?
Yeah, I know.
Jenna
that.
Elfman? No.
You know who
from
that is?
Dharma and Greg? I'm old.
Oh, hey.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rooster.
Which makes sense because
They
he,
talk about that. they
Danny
talk about his
Masterson,
stuff
like,
on
didn't he get in
Do they
trouble
really?
for child
Yeah.
abuse and stuff?
Yeah.
there. No, it was like sexual assault.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, that's enough of that.
Is that Will? Oh, that was Ethan Suplee.
Yeah. I don't think he's
I
in
don't
it
know who
anymore.
is.
I think I read a little bit on that, and
Oh, we have
that
lots
his,
of comments.
his wife is more into that. than-
Yeah.
Leah said, now I'm going to have a lot of Scientology ads on my computer.
She's
And-
googling it.
The Clay showed up. My man, I've been waiting for you all night.
Oh,
where
Clay.
you been, Clay? He said our 100th our 100th episode should be final farewell to Joey.
He hates on Joey every week to the point it's like, wait, is he being funny?
Yeah.
It's all right.
I-
Apparently, I'm mean to Tyler.
Oh, yeah. That's what they keep
No, I'm-
commenting
I'm-
on your show.
I'm pretty sure Clay's being affectionately mean.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I feel like I have that nailed down pretty well.
It's a razzing.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
yeah.
So I guess next week, since we kind of covered the Scientology, next week we'll come up with a plan to take it
A
down.
strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if Scientology is listening, we're joking.
We're
dude.
joking.
We,
Yeah.
we don't really
We're-
care.
We really don't care that
Y'all
much.
keep doing your thing.
You do you?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm here for it.
Dominique Ashcraft shouted you out.
Hey.
That's right. Shorty is here to like go against it, dude. I'm totally against. Like,
You're
dude,
in.
when
You're
I
in
was
for the
living in
fight.
my apartment, like right down the road from the Church of Scientology, I like got off a 16-hour shift, was walking in, and there's this guy standing there in like a white shirt and vest and everything, like done up real nice. I was like, "Well, you look good. Like, where are you heading to a wedding? He's like, no, to work. I was like, where do you work? He said the Church of Scientology. I damn near tripped over myself with excitement. And I set down my stuff and like
I have
lit a
nothing else to
cigarette.
do today now.
And I was like, you mind telling me about it? He's like, sure. And he like did a little bit of a sales pitch or whatever. And I was like, can I come up there like later today and like do this? He's like, yeah, I'll be there till like 7. I was like, dope. And I literally walked in. I was like, oh, hey, man. And he was like, oh, cool. Come this way. And like we talked or whatever. Dude, like I was way too excited about it. Like I'm here for it.
Well, like I've always been excited about wanting to go into a Jehovah's Witness church.
Oh, me too, dude.
Yeah,
Do you want to make a day of it?
We
Isn't
could.
that-
There's one down the road from my house.
Really?
Is
Yeah.
that the same as Seventh-day Advent?
No, they're
okay.
different.
My apologies.
They're close,
My
but
apologies.
they're pretty
My
different.
My deepest apologies.
They both think that Saturday is the Sabbath day. Well, I say think, but I mean,
Saturday in the park
No, Saturday. Just
think
Saturday. Yeah.
was the 4th of July. I was hoping somebody would finish that for me. Yeah. I'll take that booing. Yeah, I
But,
apologize.
but I've always wanted to go because they don't have real windows. They're all fake windows, and I'm like, what are they hiding?
Real fake windows?
Yeah, they're like they look like windows, but there's
No,
not
real fake
windows.
doors? Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to go in just to see what it's actually like. Because I've always had tales. People were like, "Oh yeah, they do this, they do this." I'm like, "How do you know?" Because somebody told you.
Yeah.
Like I want to go witness it myself.
Because I saw a docu-series and it said...
And go in there and be like, "Here's a goat. Do you guys do that kind of stuff? Here's a."
Bah. Oh, no, what sound does a goat make?
Yeah, that
That's
would
about
be
Wouldn't it be
right.
something?
about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
You're
something if we were getting followed by Scientology after this, and we were just joking?
I have a great goat story.
You guys are joking.
Jonathan's like, I'm not a part of this. I'm for
Come
it.
for me.
I'm here for it. Let's get this on.
Can I tell my goat story?
Go ahead, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You're the judge of that one.
Yeah. I'm blanking on his name. He had the bus and traveled around, had a goat. The goat's name was
Eric.
Deer. Eric, yeah.
My cousin.
Yeah, I know. That's why
cousin.
I was like, this is perfect to talk about right now. So he was here for he stayed, his bus broke down somewhere around here. And so he had it parked in the back of the church lot. But he had his he almost said his deer because he named it Deer, the goat. And it was back there on a ratchet strap, like a one of the big ones, like the 5,000 pound, whatever, ratchet straps. And we were here it was like, Noah, were you here for the goat incident? Yeah. And it's strapped up out back there and like, it's fine, whatever. And we're sitting in here cleaning up or doing something. And it's like the evening, there's a service or something happening. And I look out in the street and there's just a goat walking in the street. And I was like, no, there's no way that goat got loose. So first thing we did was go back there. It's like, maybe it's a different goat. Like I was really...
in northern Kentucky, where the nearest farm is like 18 miles away.
Yes. I was really hoping it was another goat, but it wasn't. So we walked back there. He chewed through the strap.
Yeah.
Just straight through the strap,
In
right
the
into...
industrial part of town. Like,
Yes.
There could be another goat wandering around.
And so I'm like, oh man, and he was gone. Eric was gone. He was out doing something on a house or something like that. And so I was like, I can't let this goat run away. Like he loved that goat,
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to save this goat. And it's in the street and where it's going to get hit. So like we start trying to like coax it over, and like it won't. And so eventually did you get water for it, Noah, or something, or food?
No, I wasn't there. I think that was Seth. You called me saying, "Do you know how to wrangle a goat?"
It was Seth, yeah.
What an odd thing to get a phone call.
If you need me, I can come.
Yeah. Hey man, no questions asked, but can you help me wrangle a goat? And so it got closer to us and started to try to like ram us.
Oh God.
Yeah. So like one of the ramming attempts, I ended up like grabbing onto the horns and just kind of riding it. And it picked me up and put me back like 10 feet, like just on top of it and set me back down. I was like, oh, I'm going to get messed up with this goat right now. But
Not you.
no, it was his pet goat. I didn't want to hurt it. I could have killed that goat 17 ways. All right.
Sure.
But, yeah. I had
The sad part is there's a photo of that, like him and the goat, like
Yeah.
floating around the internet, and like people make fun of it and stuff, But like,
no, he took great care. He loved that goat. That was like his dog.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
And but like he wore this tie-dye trench coat,
Mhm.
and like he bragged to everybody that I was the one who made it and tie-dyed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was the one. He was like, I want a trench coat. And I was like, well, I just made one. I made that thing when I was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
And he was like, can we tie-dye it? I was like, I mean, sure. So we tie-dyed it. So he would walk around the United States with a goat named Deer and a tie-dyed trench coat. And I'm like, man, like...
He was
oh,
the
God.
nicest dude.
He was. He
Or
is.
is the nicest.
He
He's still
is,
alive.
he
I
is
shouldn't say
now.
was.
Yeah,
I just
yeah, he still
but like
is.
and I know people have taken advantage of that on him and like beat him up,
Oh,
which
yeah.
kills me to know, like, because he's just a nice person.
Yeah.
And
He
I think
doesn't-
the goat is dead now, right?
Yeah, it passed
Which makes me sad. But it was just the most random thing. I'm out there like hands on a goat's horns. I'm like, I'm about to get rammed by a goat at church. Like no one prepares you for that. Like you
No.
go into ministry, they don't tell you how to handle a
Not
goat.
at all.
Name deer.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
we didn't even know he had it when he first got it. He showed up to our house when my parents lived over here in Erlanger.
Sorry.
And
Keep going. Yeah, I'm
He,
sorry. I read a comment.
just out of nowhere, like, oh, hey, Eric, here you are. And he's like, yeah, check out my goat. And like,
Yes.
he's at my mom and dad's house going to stay there. And my mom and dad are like, okay. And he tries to bring it in the house. And my dad's like, no. He's like, we don't even really let dogs in here. Get out.
Yeah.
He's like, we have a strong no goat policy.
I forgot that same time he was here, he had to get the goat to take it somewhere, like to a shelter or something while he was here to keep it. And my sister and my dad threw it in the back of Dad's truck, like the bed of it, to take it there. And it like peed gallons in the back of their truck. It was so much urine.
Oh, God.
And it was, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget him. Where's he at now?
I have no idea.
He's a
think
world traveler.
I think he's in Seattle with his sister.
Yeah.
I think that's the last
He did
I heard.
Detroit for a little bit
Yeah.
and then moved. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Eric, if you're out there, we love you, bud. Sorry, a goat story just out of nowhere. Josh, you want me to go next? Yeah, let me bring it down and then you bring it back up. How's
Okay.
that sound? Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, cool.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
Also, Clay's been talking trash, so that's the sound of glass you're going to hear when I stun you into the floor, Clay.
Clay's a big wrestling fan. That's
Yeah,
what-
I know he threw out some wrestling moves there, so I thought I'd banter back with him.
There you go.
Yeah, secret undercover Illuminati. You might be right there, Clay. Also, we might all be on a list now. So, I forgot, guys. Sorry. Hang on it. Hold on.
Oh.
Just gotta let that play for a second, so I can just. There we go.
Oh, you just wanted to.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I couldn't
You
believe I
wanted
forgot
to
that.
annoy
Yeah.
us by raising the
Yeah, my
volume
bad.
up
I
and down.
apologize to everyone listening. So I was today. You had texted me like, "What are you gonna talk about tonight?"
Yeah.
And right before you text me, I was reading out of Psalms, and I was like, "Wait a second, this would be an awesome topic to talk about for Podbless." And then you text me, and I'm like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Yeah.
And so you ever read Psalms? Pretty good. You should, if you haven't, you should check it out.
We just did a big series on it for the past couple of months at church.
Summer of Psalms.
Mhm.
Nice. We did that. I did that last year.
Did that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to make a dumb joke, but it wasn't going to work. I remember when my mom got a job. I was like, yeah, we did that once,
What?
but I remember when my mom got a job. It was Austin Powers. Or it wasn't Austin Powers. It was when he did the guru thing.
Love Guru. Great
Yeah.
movie.
He's like, hey,
Um,
nice hat. I had one just like it. Then my mom got a job.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
So I was reading here and taking some notes, but I was reading in Psalm 53 in verse 5. It says, "But they are overwhelmed with dread where there was nothing to dread." And like you barely hit on it earlier about like sadness versus depression and stuff like that. And like it got me thinking about like how many things I worry about and I dread over
Sure.
where there isn't really anything. Like there are times where you need to worry and be
Oh,
stressed.
yeah.
Like that's normal. There's other times though where we just add and like heap on
Sure.
to our plate when we don't even need. It's almost like we feel like if I get to the buffet of sadness, I might as well just throw some more on because I'm there already. But like there's no necessity to do that. Like
Sure.
nobody is. So I called this like needless worry. So like there's healthy worry. I was used to getting these big fights with my dad because he would think that because I wasn't outwardly worried about something that meant that I didn't care about what was happening, which is totally not true. Like you don't have to be physically freaking out to show that you care about something. Like I care about certain things and I worry about them just different. Sometimes it's internal or sometimes I'm not as worried about it, but that doesn't mean I care less about it. Right. But as an adult, he and I figured out, like we were talking one day, I was like, "Dad, I still care about that." And he's like, "Oh, well, you don't care the same way I do, like outwardly." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's okay. We still both
Yeah.
care, right?" We kind of figured that out. But I'm going to pair this like needless worry with relative struggle. So I was listening to this pastor. I like the YouTube guys like from not anywhere around here, just to hear what people are preaching about in other places, right?
Sure.
And he was talking about how like relative struggle basically. And so like obviously people have struggles. I'm not trying to demean anybody's struggles. Like we all go through our own stuff and it's real stuff. But like relative struggle meaning like even our worst day here most of the time is better than some people's like, mid-range days in other places of the globe.
Sure.
Right. And so like how to gauge that relative struggle. And I don't know, do you guys ever do you add stuff to your plate? Like this week, Lily rode the bus for the first time.
Dude.
And I remember you had come in a couple of months ago, like right when school first started. You're like,
Right.
"Oh, the bus," and I thought in the back of my head, I was like, "Oh, it's just a bus." Like that's, but I didn't, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, she got on the bus this week, and Christina was like, "Hey, Lily's riding the bus home," and I was like,
You've told me
Yeah.
about this.
"Yeah,"
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, all of a sudden, I got really like anxious about it,
Yeah.
like super anxious. Like, what bus? When are they going to be there?
I didn't
Who's gonna-
expect myself either. And now they've got
Out of
this whole
nowhere.
bus buddy thing that's like got a tracker on it, so you can track it from your phone.
What?
Yeah, Kenton County has those. If it's
we're
a Kenton County
in
school.
Williamstown. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have they don't
But,
have technology down there.
But yeah, it doesn't like load quickly, so you have to like reload the page just to see where it might be at.
Yeah.
So I have to walk to the end of the driveway to get them
Mhm.
because we don't live right on the sidewalk or whatever. And so yeah, I'm constantly like watching the other two kids in the house, and I'll be like, "Where's he at? Oh nope, I can still keep playing.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, oh no, the bus is coming," and I would like run out the door to get down to the driveway.
Yeah.
because he's a kindergartner. Yeah, it's like you don't know who they're going to meet. And
Yeah, she's 4.
yeah,
Like it's preschool bus.
Yeah.
So and I didn't expect that. I thought I'd be cool with it. And then they're like, she's on the bus, and I'm all of a sudden I'm freaking out.
yeah,
And I'm like, wait a second. Kids ride the bus every day, all year. Some kids are like her age walking home from school.
Yeah.
Some kids are her age and like captured to become, war criminals in other countries. Like maybe I should calm down here and just relax a little bit, right?
yeah,
And it helps me. The relative struggle thing helps me to like put in focus, like, okay, what are you really worried about? Like,
Yeah.
what's really happening? Are you actually worried about that? Or are you just like emotionally wrecked because your oldest is growing up and like that is saying something about life? And you know what I mean?
yeah. It's a new change that you can't
Yes.
control. It's like, oh wait, they're not at the house anymore. Ah, crap.
Yeah.
See, the control thing is where really a lot of it comes in. They talk about like everything you worry about, everything you struggle with. Stop worrying about the things you can't control.
Yeah.
So like if you take everything you're freaking out about and stuff, write down all the things you can't control and why worry about it.
Yeah.
You can't control it.
Yeah.
So who
Yeah.
cares? Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm freaking out because like the weather might screw up my day. Like,
Yeah.
well, is it gonna affect what you're doing into the day?
Yeah.
No. Then why worry about it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And like I've been going to therapy for probably about 4 or 5 years now,
Mhm.
but it's something that I recently learned and like actually like had to
Like
apply
implement,
to
like
my
implement. Yeah.
implement into my life because I'd freak out over stupid stuff,
Yeah.
things that wouldn't even matter. Like what I was gonna eat. Like I knew I was gonna eat,
Yeah.
but like for some reason I would just freak out about it.
Mm.
And eventually like it doesn't matter what goes on or even the things that I can't control. Like something happens at work. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Doesn't
like,
mean you don't care.
yeah,
It's just like, what am I going to do?
exactly right.
Yeah.
The
And
impor-
it's so weird because you just get this huge nonchalant, like
Yeah.
people think you're not worried about it.
Yeah.
Like you and your dad.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
dad's freaking out because you're not freaking out.
Yeah, why aren't you freaking out?
Yeah, freak out with me.
yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a big freak outer. Like every little thing that happened, like I wasn't ever allowed to go with anybody else. Like, oh, I want to go hang out with so and so. No, you're not riding with them. They drive crazy. And I'm just like, what? And then
Did
like,
he drive crazy?
Dad,
Yeah.
dude,
Okay, because
So-
that's normally true. Yeah.
not when I was around, but like I was 10 years after my brother. And turns out I found all these stories out after my dad died. They're just like, oh yeah, he used to have a Pinto that was like tubbed out. Like by tubbed out, I mean like he bored the heads. He this thing was pushing 300 horsepower in a Pinto.
A Pinto.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
God.
and he had it like set up, jacked up in the back. He would take it to the drag strip because they would place him out so far because it was a Pinto, and they're like, "Well, we'll give you 5 lanes," and so they would end up winning because he had it so juiced up.
What do they call it? A sleeper, right?
Yeah, a sleeper, yeah, for
yeah.
sure. But like he did all these crazy things, had all these fast cars before I come around, and it got time for me to get a vehicle, and he had this old Toyota 4-cylinder truck. And so he went and bought a crappy old S10, but it was a 6-cylinder. So he was afraid I was going to drive too fast. So he gave me the better truck because it had a 4-cylinder, and he took the crappy 6-cylinder.
Nice.
And I was like, "What are you? Whatever, dude."
Yeah, I'll take it. I accept. Yeah.
But yeah, he was constantly like worrying about things that were out of control. That I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is taking a step back and just remembering to do that. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, when you get overwhelmed, you're not thinking straight. You're
Yeah.
you're rushed. You're pushing yourself towards the fear more than you're stepping back and saying, "Okay, wait a second." And like you said,
Yeah.
see if it's something you can actually do something about. Oh, wait, I can't.
Then what am I? Yeah.
Goose fraba.
Goose. Goose fraba.
And most
Yeah.
people, whether they recognize it or not, they really struggle with it.
Oh,
You know?
I agree. Most,
And-
like overwhelmingly
Yeah,
most.
and like they freak out and they
Yeah.
don't know what they're gonna do or how they're gonna do something. And like, does it?
Yeah.
Are you in control of it? No, I just got to live with it.
Yeah.
then live with it.
Yeah. Seems like today there's less huge things to freak out about, but more little things to freak out about.
Yeah.
So like you go back 100, 200 years, you're right. Like the worry is like, I got to eat, I got to feed family. Yes, that is still a worry today, but like especially in the United States, like even if you go broke, you're going to eat. Right. Like there are programs, there's stuff like you're going to eat.
Sure.
And so like, but now we have just this huge, massive things to worry about. Like, that typo in that message I sent to my boss, or like, did that picture come out right that I put on whatever,
Am I going to get canceled when I have nothing to get canceled?
Yeah. Or the scheduling and everything. And so like we have this, it's like we've overloaded ourselves with these little things to carry. But like, I guess another question besides can you control it is, does it really matter long term?
Yeah, does it have an impact?
Yeah.
Kind of going back to that comment last week that I made of, we need a good war to get people reset to worry about real things.
I'm here for it, Josh.
Yeah.
Right?
Josh, like we talked about this, and he was saying that you guys thought he was nuts, and I'm like, I'm with him.
You're in?
100%.
You're on his side?
I was like, dude, I told.
Don't worry,
right when
guys. Putin's doing all he can for you.
Listen, when COVID first started, and they were like, "Oh God, it's a plague," I was like, "Thank God."
I've been finally.
I was like,
100
dude, I
years.
hope you
Oh
all
my
die.
God.
Jeez, we need a thinning. Everyone's looking at me like I'm insane. I'm like, I'm serious, guys. Like, overpopulation's a terrible thing.
Don't
We
worry.
would fix everything. The economy.
September 24th, that's when we're supposed to have a big disaster happen. Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the conspiracy
Says who?
theories.
Noah, do you have reports on this? September 24th? Nope. Okay, he has no reports.
Well, yeah. Talk to my mom. She'll fill you in.
We're
But-
going to die?
No, we're not going to die. It's going
Oh.
to be like kind of a September 11th, but like not on not here, not
If
Northern
it ruins,
Kentucky.
listen,
What?
I got Comic-Con this weekend. If it ruins my expo, I'm gonna be really upset.
Leave your phone at home. That way you don't have to like get notification. Well, everybody would be going like, oh no.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole con, like
Yeah.
I have panels and stuff that I'm going to. Dude,
They
you're gonna-
did.
It's
just-
gonna ruin my day.
They
Yeah.
just tested the Minuteman, right? The intercepting rocket or whatever for the
Yeah,
nukes.
they did.
Yeah, but they do it all the time. That's not.
That's
crazy.
true.
I know Russians playing around again.
Well, Russians just started drafting again, right?
Well,
oh,
I'm
they
not
called
even-
it partial mobilization.
I'm not saying it's going to be
Yeah.
a nuke, but people are throwing that stuff around. But it's supposed to be September 24th. There's a bunch of like
I've not heard
conspiracy
this.
theorists.
Yeah.
Why does
No.
September get all the attention?
Dude,
That's a great point.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Princess Diana, Queen Elizabeth,
September
9/11.
11th.
September 11th. I
I
thought
was
you would have
saying-
led that.
I
one.
said this to my wife the other day. I was like, hey, a lot of crazy stuff happens in September. She goes, that's just because you're focusing on September. And I was like, no. I was like, the Queen and Princess Diana, that's two big deals.
We already have a federal holiday in September. Can they do like August?
Oh wow.
What goes on in
Spread those
June?
out.
Is there anything going on in June?
Yeah, right? Well, there's a national month, right?
Yeah.
Women's month, or is that
Isn't June Pride
It's not a
Month?
I think it's
Pride
Pride.
Month? Oh, yeah.
Not important. I don't care.
But no, a lot of crazy stuff happens in September, and my wife was just trying to blow it off like I was just making it up because I'm
Sure.
focusing on September. And I was
We
like,
can move it to December. Christmas isn't that great.
yeah, that's true. It is kind of,
Are you going overrated on Christmas?
Sure. Most holidays, dude. I don't care. I don't get anything I
Most-
want anyway.
No, there's most holidays don't live up, like the holiday portion of it, like don't live up to the.
Thanksgiving is
Like-
the only one. Like I love.
I do love
Thanksgiving.
me some Thanksgiving.
Dominique said pick May.
Oh, we have a
It's
lot of
gonna
comments to
be
catch up on.
May.
It's yeah. Weird Al something. It's Clay. Okay, the day I stun him is the day the Illuminati decide to show themselves. he said we're talking tables, ladders, chairs, a steel cage match.
I think it's like that, right?
What's the anytime,
No, it's the
anywhere
third
belt? Is
Oh,
there
third
one of
eye.
those?
What's
The
that?
what?
Like the anytime, anywhere belts, where like you carry a briefcase
Oh,
and like
yeah.
you can cash it in whenever for a match. Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I
And
remember that.
Morgan's here. Hey,
Yeah.
she said, "Hey, friends," and then yeah,
Dominique.
okay, we're caught up. We're caught up. But
Um,
yeah, so if you're out there, the moral is, hey, if you can't control it, maybe let it go. Don't let it dominate your life. And also, if you really feel like you're going through, maybe you are. Like I'm not trying to diminish if you are, but a lot of times it helps me to look around and be like, okay, I'm dealing with this, but
people got it way
there's
worse.
a relative struggle, and then it kind of makes me appreciate what I do have.
Mhm.
And
Well-
anytime you can put a focus on what you actually have, it is. I think that's positive. I mean, I think that God works through that in major ways.
It's also important to put out there that
Could be like Elsa.
Let it go. Let it
That-
In all
Let it
seriousness,
go.
like some of the best like advice I've gotten from my therapist is like, journaling it down, talking with your friends or,
Yeah.
people that you can confide in or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, like this would be a good example of like you guys being able to talk, you know,
Mhm.
whether it be man to man or whoever, you know, friend to friend,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And that would be a big thing. Like me and my friends, we play Dungeons and Dragons once a month, and we play D&D, and then
You hang.
the next 2 hours afterwards, we get done playing at midnight. We're there until 2 or 3 in the morning, and we're just talking
That's
about the
softball,
struggles of
yeah.
life. You know?
So like men will not do that on purpose, but we'll go play a game and then hang out for 4 hours afterward and do that.
Yeah.
Like we play softball every Friday night,
Mhm.
and we play 2 games that last like 50 minutes apiece, and then we go out in the parking lot and we hang out till like 12, midnight.
Yeah.
And like we just sit out there, and sometimes we talk about nothing, but sometimes we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And like it just go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and Jonathan or Shorty.
Sorry,
That's my
sorry.
slave
I
name.
haven't let one slip the whole time so
I'm
far.
proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I'm
kinda-
trying.
Just avoid saying my name.
I have. You're right.
That guy.
This guy over here.
No, he kind of hit it, and I was more or less gonna say like, there's help out there. Like people should use
Yep.
the help that
The
is out
availability.
there. Yeah,
Mhm.
like it. I think the days of going to like saying, admitting that you go to talk to somebody and there being a stigmatism
It
on
used
that,
to be taboo. Yeah.
yeah, like you're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Those are over. Like,
Oh, yeah.
people need to talk.
When
to
I first started
people.
going to therapy, you couldn't get me to start talking about it. 'Cause,
Right.
like you wouldn't be open to tell somebody else you
Because I've been
went.
going to therapy since I was a teenager, but
Yeah.
nobody knew that
Mhm.
because no, but everybody thinks I'm already messed up. I don't want
Right.
them to think I'm more messed up.
Well,
Don't wanna give
it's
them
that
proof.
recent. The change has been that recent where
Yeah.
you're right. Like you would have been judged and ridiculed for that.
Sure.
But like now it's healthy. I'm a big believer in that. Like strength is actually found in vulnerability.
Mhm.
And so we've painted this like masculinity of what it means to be a man. And like some of those things are true. Like I agree with some of them, but then where it becomes the whole like, you can never show emotion. You can never talk about your problems. You can never have feeling. Like, no, that's trash. Like that.
Well,
that
see, it even
keeps
goes
us
deeper,
from-
and it's not even just on the sad spectrum. Like if you show too much passion about something, you get look like you're a freak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whether you're overly enthused
Or
about
obsessed.
sports, religion,
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Whatever your weird stuff is, Josh.
Josh has a plethora of smorgasbord.
September holidays of sadness,
Famine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, she makes a good point. We really do need each other. Like
Yeah.
I believe 100% that we were designed to be communal.
Oh yeah.
Like we are made with an innate just design. It's our base mode of operation to be communal
Mhm.
people, and when we pull ourselves away from that, we struggle just completely. But
oh yeah.
I've been too serious for too long.
Oh, no, it's okay. Speaking of which, we're looking for sponsors, BetterHelp.com. It's an online therapy session that you can do that's way cheaper than normal therapy. Hit us up. We'd love to sponsor you and talk about
Your
BetterHelp.
program.
Yeah, your program. We'd like
Yes,
to advertise for you.
Yes,
and you
yes,
pay
yes.
us
It
for
is
that.
actually Mental Health Month.
Oh, is it
Is
really?
it?
Yes, it is.
Hey!
Seriously,
We're
like,
on
this
Happy
is some-
Mental Health Month.
Yeah,
Is
this is
that-
something-
Can you say
it's-
happy about
And
that?
it's also the first day of fall.
It felt like it too. It was nice
It
out
was crisp.
today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's
Ah.
gonna be even fallier,
Fallier. Nice.
like colder.
More,
Falling.
more,
Fall
More
further.
falling. There'll be more
It's
falling.
further.
Further.
It's
That-
further.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
further.
a lot more tripping.
So yeah, if you're struggling, if you're feeling like you're in it, tell somebody. Reach out to somebody, even if it's one of us crazy people.
Hey.
Like everyone in this room, like I said, maybe Noah, but everyone that has a microphone in front of them right now, will talk to you about how you're feeling. Sorry, I spoke for you, Shorty, there, but I figured you'd be an ear to listen to people.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
you would lend that.
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I say it all the time on my podcast. Like, reach out to us. Like,
Yeah.
even my personal accounts.
Yeah.
I'm on all of them. So reach out to me. I would love to listen and talk.
Yeah.
Get lunch, dude. I've driven an hour and a half to get a lunch with one of our listeners, just because he was like, I need to talk to somebody.
And
And I
it-
was like, do you want me to call you? And he's like, can we meet in person? I was like, where do you
Yeah.
live? And he lived in like Akron, Ohio. And I was like, I'll meet you halfway.
Yeah,
And we drove to
And-
like basically Columbus.
you could have saved his life,
Yeah, exactly.
legitimately.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even exaggerating.
No,
that.
not at all.
You could have saved his life.
Dude,
Yeah.
conversations
Yeah.
people have, like,
Mhm.
hell, I had a conversation with my dad that he didn't realize where I was at mentally,
Mhm.
and he saved my life.
Yeah.
And all he did was call me and tell me to come over. He didn't ask me. He
Yeah.
told me to come over to his
Hey,
house.
get over here.
Yeah, and I went
Yeah.
over to his house and we ended up talking, and it got super serious.
Mhm.
And like I went home and I was like, yeah, I need to hang out for my dad.
Yeah.
And like that was it. Like that was the only thing.
That yeah, that's
if it
amazing.
wasn't for that 10 years ago, dude, I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's all it takes is that someone has either someone to hang on for or
Mm-hmm.
that they know somebody else cares
Yeah.
just the littlest bit.
And it's the hardest thing, dude.
Yeah. to open it up. Once you do it though, it's like a muscle.
Oh yeah.
Like you practice it, and it becomes easier.
And everybody needs a healthy cry every now and again.
Oh, dude. Once a day, please.
Usually
But all right, sorry.
Usually on the toilet for me. If you're at home, grab your pen and paper and get ready for this segment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Josh, you ready?
Ready to get your ear holes
What is this?
Take it away.
Golly, that was shocking.
I saw that.
Oh God in heaven.
What is this? I'm still working this sound. I got a pin. Well, are we getting quizzed right now? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to put this up to the camera so everybody can see what it is. Look at Brett. Clay said, look at Brett Dickman watching
use my
Thursday Night
phone.
Football. What's the score, Brett?
It's 14-13 Steelers.
Brett, I was most impressed when you were in the middle of what you were saying and you looked down and checked the game and you didn't break stride. I was impressed. Who are they playing?
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's playing Cleveland right now.
Wow, what a terrible game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out.
All right. So I just passed out a paper to everybody here, and we're basically, it's the list of the 10 commandments without the commandments. And so I'm just basically giving a Bible quiz to all the guys in the studio. And if you're at home, take a piece of paper and write 1 through 10. And I want you to do your best. There's no failing. I mean, if you're the worst in the room, it's probably a fail. But if you're home, write down 1 through 10. You can write the 10 commandments at the top if you want. But we have a little paper that looks cute. It's like from elementary school. I want you to try to go through from 1 to 10 and write down all of the 10 commandments that you can remember to the best of your knowledge.
In order?
In order, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, right? Do you have any some fan favor music, Joey, to throw on? Yeah, like any Jeopardy music?
Sorry, I was writing these down.
Oh, you're good. See,
Yeah.
I
Joey's
expect
over
you.
here like he's
This
like, I
is
know
a-
all of them.
I
by
expect him
heart.
to do good.
This is
They're tattooed on my leg.
yeah.
That'll work. That's a good
no.
one.
I want this one.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and start and try to write
No, I
down
don't
the
want
10
that one. I
commandments
changed
to the
my
best
mind.
of your knowledge.
No, but I don't want that one either. Oh, I want that one.
That's the
there
good
it
one.
is.
That
There
is
it
the
is.
good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and start trying to write them down. Now, like I said, don't cheat. It is a Bible thing, so you don't want to cheat.
So I just served in the children's department.
Yeah.
And Sarah just had.
Went through all these,
Yeah, I
so you
don't
should.
remember.
You
You
can't
still
remember
don't
them?
remember this?
Oh,
Amber, I know them by song too. I'm literally singing the song in my
don't
head.
sing the song. You always say that's cheating, Joey.
That's not cheating. It's in my brain.
Joey, this is your job.
Yeah, you are a pastor. You
I
should know
literally
this.
haven't been to church in like 8 or 9 years. So,
Hey, man, it's whatever you can come up with. Make up something if you can't. If you can't think of a real one, just
man, you don't want me to write down my commandments.
well, that's true.
Goth girls, got it.
Thou shalt not chase.
Morgan, we're all thinking the same song right now in our head. She said, "Don't disappoint Kim." Like
Kim
we
Ross.
all have the same song
Yeah.
happening. in
I'm
our head,
disappointing Kim actively right now because I have no idea what y'all
right? It's
are
okay.
talking
She still loves you.
She used to
about.
teach
She
the
does.
song.
She does.
They might not be in order.
That's fine
Okay.
because that'll count against you anyway.
I'm not even gonna read my list. I'm embarrassed already.
No, you don't have to be nice with these 10 commandments.
I spelled that so wrong.
Oh, you can
No,
do it.
try
serious.
your
I'm-
best and then go funny.
If you get to a point you can't remember, just be funny at that point. And if you do this at home and it's not obscene, go ahead and send that picture out. Post it to or tag us on Podbless Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, wherever you'd like to post it, and show us how good or bad you are at memorizing the 10 Commandments from when you were a kid. Because nobody goes over it when they're older hardly at all. Because it's one of those things like, oh yeah, it's 10 Commandments. We learned that as a kid, whatever. That's just like when you assume teaching kids in Sunday school class, you're like, okay, you guys know about Jonah, right? And they're like, what?
So
You're like,
I
"Really?
like.
You don't?
I purposely never lead with that sentence because I don't like it. When people are like, "Oh, you guys know this verse," I'm like, maybe they
Yeah.
don't.
It happens more than you want.
Probably shouldn't just assume they do because they might not. And once you assume they do, they feel like an idiot for not, and
Right.
that's a bad thing. I'm liking Clay's right now. Number 1, thou shalt not listen to Joey. Number 2, punch Joey at least twice a day.
I'm down for that.
Brett's like, yes, can I get these on tablet, please?
Oh,
Thou shalt make Joey cry. Not that hard, Clay. So that one's going to be pretty easy for you.
God bless. I have no idea what I'm doing.
that's okay. I honestly, when I come up with this idea, I couldn't sit and name them off in order. Like, I'm not doing this because
Well, what's
like
funny is,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
pretty sure like I got 5, and I'm pretty sure they're all the right place. I just can't fill out the rest.
You got the first 5?
No, no, I
They're
got like
definitely not
1,
in
2,
order.
5, 6, and 10.
I think I got them in order.
I remember in high school we were doing this in youth group, and they're like, "Does anybody say the 10 Commandments?" And I was like, they were all naming off the main ones, and I was like, "Isn't there like, don't covet thy neighbor's donkey?" And everybody's like dying laughing, and I'm like,
No,
"But for
that's
real,
one
isn't
of
that a
them.
thing?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "You're so silly."
Don't covet.
It's like,
Yeah, don't
He
covet.
just gave one away. There
was
you
like-
go.
I was
Y'all
like,
get a
free
free
one.
one.
I already
A
have
freebie.
that one. Give another free
A
one.
freebie.
I already have that
Oh,
one. Give it
pull
back.
Joey's nose hairs. That will also fulfill the 3rd commandment.
God.
Yeah, he's in there.
God.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there.
All right.
We were playing some guessing game once years ago, and we had like my nieces and nephews were playing it,
Yeah.
and Ethan at the time was like, "Grandma really likes this book," or "This Grandma's favorite book is about this guy," and I'm in the other room and I'm like, "God."
Yeah. That's,
When I was
That's
in
a good
quizzing,
guess.
that was always my go-to was Jesus.
if you don't know the answer.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus?
Jesus?
I actually got some right doing that in quizzing. Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, because it was like a 50-50 shot. I mean.
John 3:16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was always an alternate. Murder. Murder is, yeah, it's actually on there.
Yep.
I'll give that one
Wait,
away.
is it a affirmative or a negative on the murder?
Yeah.
I'm not even
It's
gonna
on
make
there.
up my own. I got 5. This is
Okay,
like-
that's
okay.
fine. That's
okay.
fine.
All right. Are we ready to
I think,
reveal?
I think we're
Yes,
wrapped up. If
let's
you're
go.
out
Okay.
there and you've got your list, like I said, you could share it to Facebook or to Instagram or something like that. You send it in a message if you don't want the world to see it, but we would love to see your answers. That's Noah's. He tried to make a paper airplane out of it.
That would have been so wonderful.
So,
He just crumbled it up into a ball and threw it. Number 5, play hot
You gotta
hands
Google how
with
to
Joey.
make it a paper
Play hot
airplane. Get out of town.
I'm gonna go through the list, and then you guys read off the ones that you wrote down for the first,
Okay,
and then,
okay.
or to the best of knowledge
Go
of
ahead.
what you have. So, in the 10 Commandments, this is kind of a makeshift list of them. Number 1, and above all else, do not have any other gods before God.
I
Ding.
got that one.
Hold on. Wait.
Ding.
Did everybody have that one?
That was
Yeah.
the go-to
All
that
right.
everybody should know.
Okay.
What did Noah have, or should we read this?
No, we should not read that.
Okie dokie.
That's on Podbless.
So,
We'll talk about that later.
After Dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Podbless.
That's-
XXX.
That's the show I need to be.
There
on.
you go.
Wait, this exists? Yeah.
Yeah, when you leave, man, that's what we do. So don't have any other gods before God.
Yep.
G-O-D. The OG G-O-D.
The OG.
Number 2, do not make yourself an idol. to
Graven
worship.
images.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah,
Graven
I didn't get that
images.
one.
do not make idols.
You got that one?
No, I did not.
Oh.
No, I forgot him.
Thou shalt giveth Joey beef stew to the face. That's number
Number
6.
6.
I have no. He does need to eat. He's looking thin.
I do enjoy some stew. So
Really use a sandwich.
All right, number 3, do not take the Lord's name in vain.
Yep.
Oh, how did I miss that one?
Right?
Got that one.
Yeah,
Oh
that's-
my gosh.
Oh,
hold
oh,
on.
he said gosh. He
See?
cleaned it up.
Haha.
My dad used to get mad when I would say gosh because he's like, that's just another way
Yeah.
to say God.
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't win with you.
What am I supposed to say,
Stop
Daddy?
worrying about these little
I got
things.
away with it
Dad.
because
Yeah.
I started saying "Good Lord."
Good. Great Scott.
Yeah.
Well, I said golly, like a
I do that
Gomer
too.
Pyle. Well, golly.
Yeah, golly jeepers.
Golly.
Yeah, I got smacked for that.
Really? Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, it was. My dad was pretty hardcore. Rest in peace.
Pea pops.
Number 4, remember the Sabbath day and
Yep.
keep it holy.
Yep.
Did you guys get that one?
No,
Holy,
I
sorry.
did not.
I didn't keep it. I didn't keep it holy.
Keep it holly.
When
think
I was
that's
at
what he
Bible
said.
college, we weren't even allowed to buy Cokes out of the Coke machine. We weren't allowed to make transitions of money on Sundays or go out to work.
Are you kidding me?
Nah, we had to work
Bro,
at
I would
church.
have gone nuts.
Oh, dude,
That's extreme.
talk about cults.
That's
Anyway,
extreme. That's extreme. Yeah,
Um,
that's extreme, man.
I got kicked out twice. I can say whatever I want.
That's impressive.
Number 5, honor thy father and thy mother.
Boom.
I got it.
I said it all biblically, like.
I knew that
Number
one.
5.
Honor
we
your
all
mom
should
and dad.
strive to honor father and
Number
mother.
6,
Number
it is not
6,
beef
don't
stew.
get your
Number
kicks from
6, do
killing
not
mama.
murder.
Got it.
Yeah, you would think it'd be higher on the list, but
Right?
You know,
Well, the first. Well, we can talk about that later if you want. They're broken into like 2 groups, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, do not commit adultery. Basically,
Adam Levine.
keep the.
Man, name dropping.
Sorry.
um,
There's
No.
an article that's really funny about that. I read recently.
Adam Levine.
Yeah.
Number 8. Do not steal Dan.
What?
Do not steal.
Oh.
You didn't get that one, Brett? Wow. Like married
I
to
didn't
the
get that
one
children's
either.
pastor.
I'm a thief.
Number 7 for Clay. Make sure everything Joey says is wrong. Allegedly.
Brett forgot to not steal and put it on live camera on the corner of the couch. His Coke cans. Number
man.
9. Do not testify or bear false witness against your neighbor.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow, I
no,
can't
no,
believe
no.
I forgot that one.
Gossip.
Don't be a
no,
don't be a
no.
rat.
Don't lie.
Don't be a snitch.
Yeah, snitches get stitches. God said so right
Is that
there.
where
Yeah.
narc
Narc.
Narcith.
And-
It was Narcith back then.
narc?
Don't be
And
a
Thou
narc.
shalt not narceth.
number 10 at the end of the list, do not covet. Basically, don't want what everybody else has. Don't look at your neighbor's junk.
Yeah.
Don't covet the neighbor's donkey. You know?
And
You
the
meant
kids
junk
play.
in like
I know.
stuff.
In the
Yeah, but
in the
keep it up
children's
with
play
Jones.
in the song, it was number 10. Don't covet when you see your neighbor's house or wife.
It's true.
Kids singing that. Yeah, that was fun.
And they're like,
That was fun.
it's funny,
when you
right?
see your neighbor's house
Ma-
or wife.
Make sure everything Joey says is wrong, allegedly.
Strain all of Joey's fishing. That's the first time he's ever offended me.
When he starts
We,
talking
we
about your
crossed the
fishing
line
equipment.
now. It's Clay. Let's go back to the other things. That was more
So
fun.
let's go back.
Clay, you want
and
to go fishing tomorrow?
As you were checking your stuff off, how many of you did fairly decent? Did you get
The
them all
ones
right?
that I wrote down,
And
were
I got 'em
all
in order,
correct,
bro.
But one was in
It's
the
your
wrong place.
job.
One was in the wrong place.
Yes.
That happens. That's 5 out of 10.
I would be more concerned if you didn't get them right.
That's true.
Yeah, dude. I was really hoping that you didn't mess up. And if you lied about it, that's okay too. I'll not tell anybody.
Yeah, thank you for that. The first 4 are like all about how like us to God, and then the last 6 are us to others, really.
Ourselves. Yeah.
And others. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a really nice pin you gave us, though.
Oh, that's Joey.
No, wait a second. I need those to go to back in the. Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
do
could
not
just
steal.
use my own.
But you hit her.
don't covet Joey's pins, man.
Don't. So don't. I saw your brain. You make a good point though of like we learn a lot of things like growing up in church. Like you hear a lot of Bible stories.
Yeah.
But it's hard to remember them sometimes. Like even like out. Ow!
Ink.
Stab myself.
Oh.
Like there will be times where someone will be like, yeah, you know that story. We're like blah blah, and I'll be like, and then it'll like all of a sudden just come back into my mind. And like,
yeah. Yeah, when it's fresh,
my
when
job,
you're
so.
studying it and stuff, it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll always remember that.
Yep.
I forgot so much stuff.
Like I said, I've been out of the church in 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
but you got half of them.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I didn't take the test because I've been reading them most of the day, and I still would not get them all right.
Noah, did you try? How many did you get?
One. He got one.
What'd you get? How many?
He says,
He got 0.
But
He's
for
like,
those-
the 10 what?
for those of you that took it out there and took the little quiz, hopefully you took it at home and you did better than most of us did. How many did you get wrong, Brett? Or right?
5.
You got 5 right or 5 wrong?
Well, they were not in order.
Oh, well,
So all of them wrong, except for the first one.
Clay's 9th was I can only drink coffee.
that you can only drink coffee.
I hate coffee.
Me
Oh.
too.
Oh, yes, finally.
Dude, I
It's
can't stand coffee.
World's worst trick. It smells so good.
I know.
And then you sip it, and it's literally the worst thing
And
you've
it's
ever
great.
tasted.
You just
No,
need, you just need to get expensive coffee.
No, no, no.
Expensive coffee tastes good.
no,
No.
that's not true.
Yeah,
I
little-
disagree.
little
I've had
splash of milk.
expensive coffee.
I
and it tasted
inject.
crap.
I inject, Josh.
I inject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a joke that happened in our text stream earlier today.
An inside
Josh
injection.
meant to type I object.
Yeah.
But are there any objections? But you typed, are there any injections? And
Yeah.
I said, I inject. Yeah. You're
Joey, you don't need coffee. That's true. Joey does not need more stimulants.
no. And then the 10th one from Clay was thou shalt pod bless Joey's heart.
Oh.
I appreciate that, buddy. You too, man. You too.
Speaking of which,
Oh, that was fun how we did that. If I would have had the right
Speaking
bank
of
up there.
sandwich.
Oh, these got moved. Oh my goodness.
Pod bless your heart.
Sorry.
What's our segment for Pod Bless Your Heart?
Oh
this week,
yeah,
Joey?
let's bless somebody.
Oh, my name
Da-da-da-da-da-da. You okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Wait, you said no and then yes? All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, this.
You guys ever see the show on? It was like on TLC or whatever channel, Discovery, where it only went across like the country, but to like TSA agents, people did the customs, people that searched bags, like confiscated stuff you couldn't have. What was that called? Anybody remember?
No.
It was
but I know what
amazing.
you-
Show's
I-
great.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
show's super great.
No clue.
So basically, their job is to like make sure you don't fly with illegal things, not just weapons, but like things that shouldn't cross customs borders.
Oh yeah,
right?
fruit.
So, yeah, no,
They always ask you that. I don't know
yeah.
why.
When I
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah. Ah, zing.
when I came back from the Marshall Islands, they checked everyone for like a certain like tree nut that you couldn't bring. They were like this big, so I don't know how you'd smuggle them, but they tested. Yeah,
Let's not go there.
yeah, ayo.
I think that's a commandment too.
yeah. So, but a guy had one in his pocket. But so there's two lines. Have you guys ever? No, I'm serious, dude. I'm serious. Have you ever left the country and come back?
Yeah.
Okay,
Several
so
times.
when I did, for some reason, I don't know if it's forever, but
Allegedly.
when we came back into the country, there were two lines. One was for like citizens and one for non-citizens. So if you were a citizen, the line was like super quick. But I noticed the one for non-citizens, it was like they were like checking people way more intricately than they were everybody else. And as we were walking through, the guy on the other line, like they're like, empty your pockets. He opened his pocket. It's wrapped in shiny aluminum foil. And it's the exact like tree nut they say you can't bring with you. And so the agent looks at the guy and he's like, "Are you serious right now?" And the dude's like, "What?" He goes, "You know you can't have that. What are you doing?" And the guy's like, "I don't know. I just wanted to bring it back with me." And he had his daughter with him. And the agent was like, "If your daughter wasn't here, I'd like arrest you right now." But he's like, "Throw it away and get out of here." And like he got away with it basically, but like so I think he might have had another one somewhere else. And that was like the distraction.
That was the decoy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah,
That would be a
he's
killer.
definitely
Oh,
got
you
one in
got
his other
me.
pocket.
Yeah. His other pocket.
Aw, shucks.
I think the daughter had. I think she had some like in her purse or backpack or something.
Sure.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
so.
totally. But customs officials. Here's the story: trail of slime leads German customs to bags of giant snails.
Now, you say giant snails.
That's a great point.
I think we're going to have to look that up eventually.
It's like SpongeBob's
Yes.
pet.
So hold on. It
They're
says
like
what
the si-
it
like
says
the-
it says it on down there, right?
African land snails, giant African land snails.
No, wait, 8 inches snails. It said it in the article as you went down.
I just want everyone to be able to see it. I
Oh
think-
my
Oh, wow.
goodness!
What?
That's terrifying.
Yep.
Okay,
Size of
hold
your
on.
fist.
I need to show people that. Let me reframe this because
That is funny.
that is funny. I wasn't gonna go funny. I was gonna go terrifying.
Well, that's a woman's
does
hand,
that
so it's
work
not
still?
that big.
Oh, this one's all messed up. Never mind. Sorry, guys, you can't see it.
Look
but
it up yourself if you want.
she's holding her hand out like this, and it fills her whole hand. The one lady has it on her forearm, and it like fills the forearm.
Yeah, they can get larger than the size of your fist.
Ugh.
That's
Ugh.
insane.
Okay. German customs officials said a trail of slime led them to a stash of almost 100 giant African land snails and other items hidden inside bags at Dusseldorf Airport this month. I just wanted to say Dusseldorf. That's why we picked this story.
100 of them.
100 plus
That's a
other
lot of
items.
snails.
Like, where's the cutoff? And you're like, I'll smuggle 15 giant African snails, but like, not 100.
I don't know if you walked out on a crisp, cool fall morning and you're like, "Oh, there's 5 snails. That's so many snails. 100 snails in luggage.
Like, giant. Like,
Yeah,
that would have been heavy.
bigger than the palm of your hand
Like,
snails.
that's a heavy bag. In a statement on Friday, authorities said officials stumbled over one of the snails on a baggage truck and initially thought it was a toy until it started moving. By following the trail left behind the 8-inch snail, they found a bag with a hole in it with another snail already peeping out of it, possibly preparing a dash for freedom. I love how they write these. In total, officials counted 6 bags containing 93 giant snails, 28 kilograms, which is 62 pounds, of fish and smoked meat, and a suitcase full of rotting meat. All that had been imported from Nigeria and were destined for an African goods store in Western Germany. Yeah. The snails were handed to an animal rescue service in Dusseldorf, and the meat was destroyed, said customs officials. Never in the history, this is a quote, never in the history of the Dusseldorf customs office has a trail of slime led to us to smuggled goods.
Unquote.
How does he know that? Has he been there the whole time? Oh, wow, that was the...
I mean, the likelihood of that, like, this snail trail, this leads,
yeah.
this might be where all the drugs are.
He's like, I'm confident and I can say this. I can speak for everyone that's ever worked at Dusseldorf Airport. This never happened before. like this never happened before.
I like how he said, yeah, I thought it was a toy until it started to move.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
So we have to bless somebody out of that story.
Dude.
It didn't drop a name of the customs agent who they interviewed.
It did not, no.
What a bummer. bummer, dude.
right?
Let's
So-
bless the snail.
I was
think
thinking
so.
either the snail or the guy that had to like track, like he basically used his animal tracking skills to track the snail all the way back
He's like
to the bag of
He's
snail.
putting his ear to the ground.
He's following his bead. You remember?
I hear
yeah.
a stampede.
What was the sound that guy made? The dude from Kentucky, Turtle Man.
Oh,
What was it? Yeah,
Yeah.
He looked down his bead. Yeah. Probably the snail because he didn't want to go on this trip, right?
Probably not.
We have
He was going to an African food market
yeah.
in Western Germany.
It,
I can't imagine he was excited to be there.
It makes me think of like when you see a
He's right.
fly on a
He's right.
plane. Does the fly know it's traveling hundreds of miles an hour? It's like a snail. Like I wonder if that's the fastest snail that's ever traveled.
He's like they're throwing up on the airplane.
I don't know why. I'm
this
so
is
emo-
unnatural.
so motion sickness. I don't
my
know.
goodness. So giant African land snail? Is that
100 of them.
what we've decided? All of them or just the one that got
I
found?
think we're giving out 100 blessings.
Whoa, 93 technically.
Oh, we should have saved this one for our 100th episode.
No, this is the
Oh.
93rd
This is the
episode.
93rd episode with
Oh.
93
Oh
snails.
my gosh. It was meant to be.
Oh my word!
All 93 of yous, giant African
8-inch
land snails, 8-inch land
63
snails.
pounds of
Yeah.
snail.
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
Do they have hearts?
I was going to ask how many hearts. No,
know,
look
right?
it up real quick. How many hearts do giant African land
Earth?
snails have?
Earthworms have.
5, right?
Five hearts?
6, I think.
I've been told,
I think it's
yeah,
6.
it's more than 3.
It's
I never had that question come up before.
Yeah, Josh, Clay wants to know when you're sending him one of your pre-worn Schmedium Pod Bless shirts.
When I don't know, dude. I guess I can.
When
send
you
this
pay
one.
for it.
Yeah.
When you pay up. What? How many hearts? 2
snails
hearts?
have 2 hearts.
Both of your hearts. So all, what's 93 times 2?
A bunch.
186.
Thank you.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Batman.
even trying.
No, I didn't
You
even.
throw
I was
math
hoping
at me, I
someone
shut
else said
down.
it. What? Podblex, yeah. Yeah. So that's
I do
it.
math at work all day. I hate it.
He works for NASA.
Yeah. I hate it.
Because it's just like, it's not NASA.
It's not NASA. It's
Don't
living
say it.
hell.
You don't have to say it. You don't have,
Hell on earth.
Brett has a thing about saying where you're employed. I don't know why he has. I talk
Yeah.
about where I'm employed all the time.
It's a German company with a lot of ovens.
Whoa.
Do with that information what you will.
Well, but those are true facts, though, right?
Those are 100%.
yeah, those are
true
actually true facts. Yeah. So
shot.
he'll
The best
shave
part
my.
is we have a maintenance guy who is Jewish, and he was fixing one of the ovens, and I was like, "Man, do you feel safe in there? Like, are you okay?" And he got like, he's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "German company oven.
I'm like-
you're a Jew."
I'm like,
he was like,
you haven't put all this together yet. I'm
PTSD.
trying to crack a joke here, man. Relax. Yeah. Clay said he'll shave my eyebrow for a shirt, but I don't want to. I don't want to lose an eyebrow. Sometimes they don't grow back. Right?
Wait, he'll shave
What?
your
No, they
eyebrow?
grow back.
Not always.
I've
heard.
never seen one person with one eyebrow.
I've seen people accidentally shave their eyebrows, like they thought they were joking, and they're, "Zzz, oh no, my
I've never
eyebrow's
in
gone."
person.
Yeah,
I've never seen someone. I've seen like videos of that. Never in the real world have I seen.
Alopecia.
You see people do
Well,
that
that's
like
different.
notch
Yes,
or whatever.
I do
No,
love
that
So
I've,
dumb.
I've
The
seen
vanilla
that.
ice
Yeah, I don't.
notch,
Yeah. Why I don't get that.
Pretty
What's
much.
dumb about it is I have one, but it's a scar.
It's
I've got one on the corner.
It's
It doesn't
forced.
go through here. It's like over here to the side.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I ran into like a table or something when I was a little kid.
It's the other eye. I see. it
Oh,
now.
this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
opposite.
don't look at my face that
Yeah.
often.
and when you do, it's opposite, right?
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in
Yeah.
to the Facebook Live and the
Shorty,
YouTube
thanks for
Live.
joining us.
Yeah,
Hey, no
Shorty,
problem. Yeah,
thanks
that
for
was
being
good
a
stuff.
guest. Go check out the Inner Idiot. If you're out there and you're listening, go leave a rate and review on whatever platform you might be listening on. We really appreciate it. It'll help us out growing the show. Remember, go to our link tree in Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We have a link tree, and it can show you how to get merch, Podbless merch. You can order it from TeePublic.
What do
We don't
have?
really make any money off of it. It's getting you a cool shirt. So
Tanks, tees, hoodies, sweatshirts, buttons, pins,
mugs,
mugs,
and
stickers,
kid
magnets,
shirts. They have kids,
kids'
shirts.
clothes, onesies.
Yeah, if you
all
want your
of it.
child to look
Twosies.
onesies and twosies.
Yeah. All
no,
right.
no threesies.
Yeah. No, but we
And
have.
definitely no freezies.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But
Schmediums. We do have schmediums.
yes,
Yes.
they have a lot of schmediums.
That is how you spell schmedium, too. That's perfect.
But yeah, other than that,
I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we're
Everybody
good.
good? All right. Hey, I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
I'm Shorty.
And that's Noah. And
this
this is
Pod
Podbless.
That worked out. Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, no problem, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to call this one We Need a Thinning.
We need a thinning.
Yeah.
Thin the
Yes,
herd.
we need a thinning. We're getting it.